All right, let me do this little video quick because I gotta get ready to go to church. All right, so I just finished writing and performing my 10th Psalms, my 10th prayer for my Psalms of Phazon Míchel prayer series. Okay, I started this series around the same time as my poetry and short story series back in December of 2023. I'm Pentecostal, okay, and Pentecostal, denomination of Christianity is one of the charismatic ones, right? And it's one that focuses on the gifts of the followers of Christ, okay? And one of the gifts that I've been given is writing, okay? And the thing is, once you're given a gift from God, you must use that gift to honor God and to show God glory, okay? So I decided to write these Psalms because I was inspired by the prophet David. David is one of my favorite figures from the Bible. David went through so much stuff, okay? When you read the Psalms, you start seeing how much stuff David went through, but all the things that David went through, he still never lost sight of God. He always kept his mind on God and kept his mind on things higher. And when you read the Psalms of David, okay, you start realizing that these are journal entries that are centered around his experiences of what he's dealing with, as the prophet David. And it's like some of these Psalms, they're like funny. And like when you go back, when you read them, because like he's always going back and forth with God about things, but the thing is, like, he's always talking to God. He's always seeking God first before anything else. He's always seeking God first before relying on his own understanding of things. And these Psalms, they're still relevant to this day. The fact that we still recite them to this day shows the power of the words of God. It really is. And I thought to myself, I'm going through so much things right now as I walk this path of the narrow path that Christ wants me to walk on. And I said to myself, I'm going through my own battles as well. And, David was a warrior. David was a writer and a poet. So why can't I write Psalms to this generation to show this generation what I'm experiencing and what I'm experiencing with my walk with God? And that's what I decided to do. I decided to truly journal my experiences on a more spiritual level. And these prayers, these Psalms, are conversations that I'm having with God, okay? Now, next to that, another reason why I was inspired to write these Psalms is because I came across this YouTube channel called Warrior Poet Society. And on that channel, there was this video that said that, like, we need men to be more like David, who was both a warrior and a poet. And that really spoke to me because it's true. Men nowadays are weak, man. We have been emasculated and society is emasculating us, It's very hard for men nowadays to exert themselves in a way where it's not toxic, right? And doesn't show that you're insecure, right? Because here's the thing, whenever I see or hear a man trying to assert themselves when it's not necessary, I just think it's weak. I think it's weak, And when I see weakness, my automatic response is to devour it, okay, and to check it, because that's my way of healthily exerting myself. Because listen, bro, I'm not gonna let no man, woman try to press me, make me look like a punk. I don't care who you are, There's still natural laws in this world that still govern human nature, and those laws as well, you must abide by, okay? As I said, there's spiritual law, but then there's like natural law, right? And these two laws exist cohesively, okay? And so when I heard I honestly forgot his name. I'm gonna put his name up there. But the guy on the YouTube channel, when he said that, we need more men to step up and be like David, be more of a warrior and a poet, not be ashamed to express their creative side, but also at the same time not express the force that comes with being a man, okay? And so that really inspired me to really sit down and to write from a male's perspective when it comes to my spiritual journey. So, like I said, the main goal of these Psalms is to inspire the generation, to show this generation that there is a man that is also walking that same spiritual path as they are, but is not scared to show that side of them to the world. You know, to understand that God is real and that you can talk to God. And these prayers are a means of coming together as a community to show that we should be relying on God's wisdom, right? And not solely the wisdom of the world, okay? Because if you focus in too much on the wisdom of the world, it will lead to your demise, okay? The wisdom of the world is the wisdom of death, right? It's wisdom that leads to death, unfortunately. And, you know, when I put out these poems, you know, I break them down to shorts and put them on YouTube, like, you see how much they speak to people. It's beautiful. And there's something there. Like, these words are healing, okay? Like, these words are healing to people. These prayers are healing to people and connects with people, because you start seeing, and I start realizing that we all need God, man. We all need God in this walk in life. It's impossible to go through this life without God. Like, believing in yourself is one thing, but you are weak without God. You're weak. Okay, because you are immortal, you're a human being, you will fall, right? And the thing is, it's like, you need God's grace, God's guidance, God's wisdom, and more importantly, God's redemption to grow and to continue walking this path, okay? It is impossible for you to move through this life and have any type of fulfillment or enlightenment if you rely on your own understandings and if you rely on the world's understandings and you don't lean on God's wisdom. It's impossible, right? So these prayers are a means of consolation to those who are experiencing the same things I'm experiencing, okay? Now, the most important prayers in the series is Psalms 6 through 10, okay? Because these are the Psalms of submission, right? Where I finally got to understand that, like, I am not in control, okay? And I have to submit myself to God's will. Understand that He set me on a path that He's guiding me on, and I must stop trying to control and manipulate things, but listen to God's wisdom. Listen, because God is talking all the time, every day, every second. And you have to pay attention and listen to exactly what God is telling you to do, right? And you must not go against God's plan for you, okay? And the best way to really understand God and to, like, hear His voice is in the Bible, is reading the Bible. When you read the Bible, if there's something that sticks out to you when you're reading it, that's God talking to you right there and then, okay? And you must obey it, okay? And you must submit to it. Because, listen, the world will make you believe that you gotta, like, move things around and, like, you know, be on a chessboard, you know, look at life as a chessboard and move things around to, like, manipulate things, not realizing that God's in control of everything. Like, you know, the saying goes, man makes plans and God laughs, right? Because God's plan, like, supersedes whatever you have planned, right? I know it kind of falls into predetermination, but, like, that is a real thing. Like, everything is set up for you, according to God, for you to come back to Him, into His grace, into His glory, plain and simple, right? And everything that you do, you have to make sure it's in, that it glorifies God, okay? And these prayers are a means of me glorifying God with the gift that He's given me of writing, okay? And I have to put out these poems all the time, these prayers all the time, okay? As a means of reflection and as a means of, like I said, honoring God from this gift He's giving me, right? And, you know, I know that God will, and He has rewarded me for being consistent with this gift He has given me. But at the end of the day, I'm not doing this necessarily for God's reward. I'm doing this as a means of seeking something higher in myself, okay? And also as a means of being of service to the Christian community when it comes to these Psalms as well, but also to a service to humanity as well. And in hopes that these Psalms bring people to the light and away from darkness, okay? But anyway, guys, this is a quick little video. I gotta get ready to go to church, okay? But please listen to the Psalms. I hope they speak to you. I hope they mean something to you. And I hope they bring you closer to God. So yeah, man, these Psalms are just a testament of resilience, okay? That's what it is. It's a testament of resilience and my trust in God, and to constantly keep leaning on God and not the wisdom of the world. And I do hope that these prayers speak to you as much as they speak to me, because I always go back to listen to, you know, what I was going through on a spiritual level with these prayers. So anyway, guys, please listen, and I hope these prayers bring you closer to the Lord, and I hope these prayers offer you some consolation, right, and some realizations in yourself. Okay. Anyway, guys, I gotta go to church. Right, take it easy. Be well. May God be with you. Praise be to God. There's none greater. Take it easy.